everybody. How are you doing this evening? It is Wednesday, and it is January the 14th, 2026, and we're back with second Wednesday with our live show. You are tuned into the Power Transformation broadcast. And I'm your hostess. I'm Dr. Paula Obi. And we have kicked off this year with our financial discussion with our financial guru, Noel Ramos. We're going to talk about her a little bit more in a few minutes. She's going to really empower us again tonight with nuggets the way she did last time. And we truly enjoyed that. Now, remember, it's no different. We want to tag our friends. We want to text them. And we want to tell them that the Power Transformation broadcast is on with Dr. Paula Obi. If you have an opportunity, give them a call. That's fine. But texting and tagging is always really good. And I'm going to do the same thing. And then we're going to see you back in just a few minutes for our amazing show. See you soon. Take care. Okay, we're back. Finances, it's not something that people, really like to talk about, but Noelle has this special gift of really explaining things and making it sound good. And I thought it would be great to have her come back again this quarter. I said quarter. And definitely in January. And let's just kick off this year with our New Year resolutions. Finances are normally on there. And we're going to have her come in and we're going to have her do her thing. Noelle Ramos, come and join us. Now, I don't know if I introduced Noelle, but Noelle is actually always in the background. There's not ever been a show, but maybe one show that I've done where she wasn't there. I tried to do a show by myself, but I wasn't grown up enough without her, so I could not do it. And so tonight she's double dipping, but she has a wealth of knowledge about finances, and I love the way she presents the information. So Noelle, we're back with session 2.
Thank you. I'm not sure about the whole quarter. I heard you slipping in there at the quarter. Woo! I'm in the background. I hear that.
That might have been a Freudian slip. We'll just work on January. How about that?
Yeah, let's work on January. You got plenty other guests I love to see, and I like to see them a lot in the background.
Yeah. We can do that. We definitely can do that. But that didn't come out. That's like, whoa. How about the month of January? We don't want to overwork you, but you have so much knowledge, and you said so many wonderful things last week. I got some really good feedback. People actually text me and they'll email me. And they'll say, you didn't even know I was looking. And I'm like, no, but we are. You made finances feel good. I felt good about going back and taking care of this year's plan. And so we're going to continue that, because as long as you're feeling good about something, you normally will do it.
Yes.
And when we get to that word, whatever that is, we kind of clam up a tad.
Yes. Yes. So I'd like to continue on with a new year, new money plan, like we discussed in the last episode. And I'm just going to ask you this one question, Paula. What do you think of when I say the B word?
I react emotionally. I'm like, on the inside, I'm like, oh, and I can't help it. And a lot of people are like me, you don't have to admit it. You're like, oh, shucks, I didn't do it so well last week, You start talking about the things that didn't go well.
Right.
If you can make it through that, you're okay. But trying to get through it didn't go well. I want to get past that. We all want to get past that, because I know there's a positive side, right?
Yeah. Yes. And so I want to clarify what the B word is, because some people might be going in a different direction. We're talking about finances, and I'm talking about that ugly B word of budget. Ooh. Budget,
Just smile when we say it, though. We're going to help us out.
We're not going to even call it budget anymore, because let's be honest, when we hear budget, what do we think? It's like a diet for our wallet, right?
Yeah, it makes you feel kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like a financial punishment. Like, the reason to I don't want you to stop listening now because you hear that ugly word budget. So we're not going to call it, get that out of your heads. We're not going to call it budget, right? Yeah. Because when you think of a budget, you know, let's be real, you think of no fun. You think of I can't spend any money. For you, Paula, no Starbucks.
And no shoes.
And no shoes, right? No, and a basically no line, right?
Yeah. But I have this feeling that with your expertise, it will turn into a tool that's going to enlighten us all. You did it last year, and I know you're going to do it again. We even found another word for it. I can't even remember, but I know you're going to do
Money
it again.
plan. We're going to call it money plan.
The money
Our
plan.
money plan.
The money magnet plan. Oh, well, that's too much. The money plan's good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
for
want to call it the
helping me with
money
that.
plan because you know we're not talking about budgeting. We're talking about
No.
your money plan because we want our money plan to be fluid and move with us and groove with
Yes.
us, and not be
Yes.
so restrictive and so negative.
Right. We want it to be someone in the family that we want to invite to our house often.
Again. Exactly. Budgets, that B word's not coming back for the barbecue.
No. No.
No. And I, you know, you're talking about, you know, thinking about last year and finding what we did positive. And I know you said you had pulled a nugget out, right, of thinking of what you did good last year. So you want to share that with us? Because I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I tell you what I did. I'm really good about saving coins. And my nugget was, let's see how many coins we're going to save. That was none. And the second nugget, it was your fault, but I adapted. I developed a groceries envelope.
Okay.
I tried really hard to use it. But what it did, it enlightened me as to how much money I spend in the envelopes. I think that's good. Enlightenment is good. So I changed my mindset about when I go do something, the plan is for prosperity.
I love
That
it.
was last year.
Yeah.
The plan is not to discredit me or make me feel bad. The plan is really to help me prosper and be in good health, even as my soul does prosper. And that's where I want us to be. If you think of it as a prosperity plan, then the budgeting doesn't feel so bad. And I got some stuff done. I really got some things done. I really did. I'm still
Good.
working, but I got some things done.
Yeah. And so I want you to really analyze it. Go back, find that good. If you haven't done it yet, sounds like Paula has done it. Go back and find what you did good last year. Like, yes, I did that. That was me. That was a good plan. Let's see if we can implement it again, or let's change it up a little bit, or it's just a fluke. I don't know.
Yeah. But you know what really helped? I played your broadcast. I replayed your broadcast more than once. I think tutoring and guidance and coaching is amazing. So by playing you every so often and cycling the conversation, you know, throughout the year, it really was a quarterly conversation, even though it was a replay, but it was a great reminder of what to do. And maybe that's what made it work. I'm like, okay, Noel said, okay, we can do this.
Yes. And so, you know, a lot of the times budgets, they fail, right?
But why? Why?
A lot of times we fail because we're just being too strict with them. We think once we put a budget in, like your shopping, your grocery shopping, did you go over? Sounds like you might have went over.
I couldn't stick to the sales. You know, like you said, I'm just getting the sales, and you're like, I'm not getting it. I'm like, well, you know, it's that if I can stay away from the way, you know, I'm good.
Yeah. And so we're being too strict with them. And so like instead of saying, okay, so you went over on your grocery budget, you're at that point you're like, I'm done. I can't do it. It's not working. So we're going to fail because we're being too strict, right? And a lot of times we might be a little unrealistic. So I'm going to challenge you, go back and revisit your grocery list and see if maybe your budget was unrealistic number and you actually do spend more or need to spend more. Or maybe you're buying stuff you don't need to buy. I doubt it. I don't know. But that's what you need to look at because that's some of the reasons why we fail. We're just too hard on ourselves. And a lot of times we just don't include real life. I'm going to keep going back to that grocery list. There might be some things in there that you had to buy that you normally didn't have to buy. Some medications that we don't think about. So we got Band-Aids galore in our house because we got a 9-year-old who always I don't know what he does with them. He puts them on just for whatever,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
makes him feel good. That makes him feel good.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's really important, what it really alerted me to, and I want everybody to hear this because I think this is key. It alerted me to how much I spent every time I went to the store. And I find, and you said it, see, the replays are good because I listen to them. I have two stores, they run sales every week. And
Hmm.
sometimes if I don't purchase it today or this week, it's going to be on sale next week.
Yeah.
You said that.
I mean, to be honest, like, there's so you have your Starbucks. I don't really drink coffee. I'm a soda girl. So I have to have soda. Soda is so expensive. It's
I
gotten
know.
ridiculous. But I keep an eye. I use a Dollar Tree app. I'm not promoting Dollar Tree, but I follow the Dollar Tree app and I follow whenever they have coupons. And I have found that if I just go to the dollar store before I go to the regular store, I'm still on the way. I'm not going any more out of the way and visit there first and get. I mean, I have to look sometimes and find it different weeks.
And if you think about the budget as a way of rewarding yourself, you know, it does make it a little bit more do, doable mentally. And I think
Hmm.
that's where we need to be. Money and budgets are meant to assist us with moving
Right.
forward, not prohibit. That's
Right.
a strategy. That's something that you need to say probably every 5 minutes to get it in our brains. It is not meant to prohibit. It is meant to help us move to that next level. And we have visions for ourselves. The budget helps us with the vision that we
Hmm.
have. This year we want to accomplish this task. We want to go. We want to get rid of all those credit cards. It's a vision and it's a tool. Budgeting is a tool to help us get there. So no more negative thoughts.
No, you didn't fail the budget. The budget failed you. Let's be real. Because at somewhere along the lines, you weren't realistic with that goal. So that budget is failing you because the numbers, you got to put good numbers in. Whatever numbers you put in, that's what you're going to get out. If you're putting bad crap numbers in, it's not
Yeah,
going to work.
it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And you probably, again, that's another 5 minute conversation. Every 5 minutes, you need to just feed those nuggets. Feed us. It needs to be real information. It needs to be realistic, and it needs to be doable. And you need to understand how to let that budget breathe a little bit and
Hmm.
help you achieve your goals. What good is a budget if you can't achieve your goals?
Yeah, have that incidentals line item on your budget. Have that miscellaneous line item because things are going to happen. Your kids are going to need new shoes. Your car is going to break down. Any incidental birthday is going to pop up. You're like, oh, forgot that birthday was there. Oh, let me just go ahead and buy that gift real quick.
Right,
Stuff
right,
happens.
right. And I love this conversation because I'm feeling kind of positive about it. And I know last year we actually gave people a sample budget. They can actually come to you and get that sample budget unless you want to show it again. That's totally up to you. I love the
Yeah.
fact that you don't have to. We can just um, I, they can connect with you. But I love the conversation around it because that's really what's key. The tool
Yeah.
itself is just a tool. The
Right.
conversation that drives us to the tool, so that we're looking at the expenditures and feeling good about them. That's where the conversation comes in. That's where that's what comes. That's what makes it work.
Yeah. And when you have your money plan, that adjusts with you. You
Yeah,
move with it. And the budget kind of just yells at you, right? It's like,
yeah, it does.
oh,
It does, but it means well, and that's why we're using all this word. It means well because it still is a tool. It is still a tool. I have great Excel spreadsheets. Amazing Excel. I love Excel until the numbers aren't going well. And I'm adding things up, and I'm like, however, I'm clear because I can download everything and I compare it to the budget and go, oh, you had a good time with that. Let's not do that next time. Let's not beat yourself up. Let's do it better. Let's find a better solution. That's why the budget is no longer now a negative word. It's a tool.
exactly. Yes. And it needs to be a money plan. And so you want to make sure you're doing your cash flow with your budgeting and your money plan. You need to know how much money is coming in versus how much money is going out and what's left. I've sat with folks where they didn't realize how much money was going out. And because they were scared to look at it, they were scared to look at the numbers, and rightly so, because they knew they were using that credit card at the end of the month a little too much. And you might be one of those folks. I'm like, ooh, I'm using credit card way too much at the end of the month just to get by. That's when you need to take a hard look. Let me write down my numbers and let me really see and be realistic. Like I said, crap in, crap out. Right. And so look at those bank statements. A lot of times we swipe that card. We don't think about it because it's not hurting us. We're not feeling it, because you mentioned you're doing that cash envelope for the grocery store. You felt it when you didn't have enough cash in your hand.
It's realistic. You're like, okay, I'm down to $10. And
back in the day, you'd be like, all right, put stuff back, right? Get off. I know my mom did that. And we're like, oh gosh, Mom, what are you doing? Just pay for it. You're like, nope, put it back. Kids don't need that.
And the thing that's also important is, and we're constantly saying this, you're looking at a better solution for yourself. See, once I get that in my head, that I'm looking for a better solution and the budget's going to help me get there, that Excel spreadsheet is not a problem for me. I run it every day.
Yeah.
And I'm not I have my coffee when I'm running it, so that also I'm in a good mood, but it gives me insights. And can I say this and you'll help me? When I run it on a monthly basis and compare it to the projected, I'm saying to myself, emotionally, were you in an emotional place? Because that line item is a little bigger than you anticipate. And sometimes emotions will impact our budgeting and spending, right?
Yeah, I've been there, done that. I
Absolutely.
I had to check myself not too long ago, because I started Amazon. It's addicting. It's so easy. And especially like on Facebook, when you got all these coupon deal finders, you're like, oh, they got a deal on it. I need this in my life. Mm-hmm. And then when my husband finally said, you got another Amazon package, I'm like, okay. He normally says nothing to me. But whenever he said, you got another one, he's like, that's for you. I'm like, ooh, I might be having some underlying issues. I need to scale it back some.
Yeah, just a little bit. But again, don't be afraid of the budget.
No.
And don't be afraid to change and update your habits, That's why I think we should talk about this for the 4 weeks of the beginning of the year, because I think now we're open to different conversations.
Yeah, and you mentioned spreadsheets, Paula. Like, I'm not the best at spreadsheets. They are not my friend. I'm having to Google how to add lines and delete lines. And so it doesn't even have to be something as fancy as that. Simple, old school notepad and paper. They have so many apps for that. And it's not always you need the spreadsheet that makes it work for you. You need awareness.
Awareness. I love that. I wish we could capture that. We should capture that. And I'm not trying to overwork you, but I'm going to write that down. We need a way. Yeah,
I'm not knocking your spreadsheet, but you can do that spreadsheet all day long if you're not aware of what's coming in and what's going out.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of numbers on a paper that are.
The spreadsheet is just a step,
right?
It's not the entire process, and that's what you're saying.
Correct.
There's more to it. I'm open.
A lot of people. Good. I mean, a lot of people, they don't have money problems. They have no idea where my money went problem. Being realistic. Like I said, it's so easy. Shoop, shoop.
It is.
You don't have to swipe. With Amazon, they have my card on file. They're like, oh, thank you. I'm like, oh, you processed it so fast. I got shell shocked. I'm like, whoa, that's quick.
Well, what's important for us to understand, as I said in the beginning, is that it is a tool that's helping us get to our goal. And when you look at the vision that you have for yourself, everybody, I'm looking at the camera, the vision that you have for yourself is going to include what's in that budget.
Yes.
I have a vision for Paula for 2026. If that budget needs to be revised, it's based on facts and not fiction.
Yes.
This is my reality, and I think that's a great way to think about it. First of the, quarter, I have a goal. Let's allow the budget to help me get there.
Yeah. Yeah,
And don't be afraid of it. The
no.
reason that I love spreadsheets is because, I used to train Microsoft products, and I just loved Word, and I didn't even care about Excel. And they forced us to learn Excel because I'm like, so they forced us to learn it. And one of the major exercises was to develop a budget. And I thought, oh, cool.
You might be one of the few who thought that. Just
Oh,
saying.
oh, I can just type this in and it adds it up really quickly. I'm like, oh, that's very good. So, awareness, but you're right. Use whatever works.
Keep track. And if
Keep track.
spreadsheet works, keep track of what comes in, what comes out, and what mysteriously disappears. You got to keep track of that disappearance too, because that's probably where a big chunk of our money is going.
Talk to me about the disappearing act of our money.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, where'd that one? Oh, those were those shoes I bought. Oh man,
they were on sale.
Yeah, and you think you're saving money because they were on sale, but you save a whole heck of a lot more when you just don't buy it.
So true. And if we can not think of it as a dirty word, and because we're laughing about this, but we're serious about those numbers.
Yeah, of course.
Because it supports my vision. So my vision for the first quarter, the budget's supporting it. I'm going to be sweet about it. I am going to be, absolute and saying this is what I want to do. Let's use it as a tool.
Yeah. You need to have that tool. Yeah, be sweet about it. Make those real life adjustments. We can break it down to percentages, 50, 30, 20%. Okay. 50, 30, 20 rule. And so 50%, you need to make sure goes to your needs, right? Absolute needs. 50% of your budget needs to go to that. You got to eat. You got to have gas. You got to have, certain things, you got to have. So 50, you need to think of that as your 50%. Your budget needs to go to that. 30%, let's not make it all just boring and, what we need. 30% should go to your wants. 30%. I know I keep bringing it up. 30% should go to that Starbucks, that shoes, anything you want. And then 20% needs to go into savings. Make sure you beef up that emergency fund. That emergency fund is crucial for whenever life happens.
Mm-hmm. I like that formula.
Good.
Okay, good. Okay. See, that felt good. I'm breathing. Everybody breathe out.
It's not that stressful.
It's not.
So you're doing it. No, until you're in it.
Until you're looking at the line items. However, you still want to, it's really just telling you the truth, giving you some, insight. You still have the ability to manage it because that's what you're here to do.
Yes.
That's the purpose, to make sure that you take care of yourself and take care of things in the right way. I like that concept. I like that approach.
Yeah, and I don't want emails or calls later on saying, you told me this is a guideline, folks.
That's right. It's a guideline. And real life happens every single day.
Yes.
That's our vision. That's our guideline. And many people have embraced guidelines and it's helped them. We're just saying, give yourself a chance. See what happens.
Yeah, it's a guideline. It's not, end all be all. It's not your rule book. Like we said, this is your money plan. We're not going to look at it as an ugly, dirty word. This is, progress is going to be a lot greater than being 100% perfect.
Yeah.
Because, progress is better than perfection, because that's why when we fail at these budgets, it's because we're too strict and unrealistic.
Yeah. Let's talk about emotional spending for just a few minutes. Oh, of course I have to bring up emotional spending. I do. I just want to talk about it gently, of course. Let's talk about it. Noel, what advice do you have for the emotional spenders out there?
That's where, making sure you put in the budget for emotional spending, because for those who have it, because we all have it. And then knowing when to have your limit and stop. Checking yourself. Because that's going to start leading into debt. It's going to start leading into, if you're with a partner, getting into unnecessary arguments. But this is why you budget, because you have that miscellaneous. You have the, I wants. And so you can do your emotional spending, but just make sure you do it within reason.
And there's a why behind it. So as you're looking at the number, it's okay for you to say, really tell yourself why, because truth is freeing, and then get a
Yeah.
plan. What you're saying is you have a plan. You can develop a plan. Maybe it was a certain time period. Maybe, things are changing. Be honest and still give yourself the benefit of having a really good plan. Remember, this is for you and your vision. This is for
Yeah.
you and your vision.
I mean, completely transparent. I mean, I did it just not long ago because I was just feeling low. I mean, I really was. It's just one of those seasons in my life. I was just feeling low, and I'm just 10, 11 o'clock at night scrolling on my phone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And when those packages came, they made me feel so good. And then I was like, it's time to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Figure
Time to
out what's
stop.
really making me feel low and tackle that instead of, you know,
Absolutely. Behind every budget topic and the budget amount is a plan for success. I'm going to say that as many times as I need to say it. It's a plan to support your vision. Sometimes we are in situations that will make us want to spend money, or just for a minute it
yes,
feels better. Okay, that's the human part. But remember, the plan is your vision. We still want to just if you're planning a vacation, you want to just stick to the plan because you don't want those purchases of shoes to stop you from moving towards that vacation. Just revise it, right? So how do we revise it, Noel?
I mean, don't beat yourself about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Make those adjustments. Pay attention to where your money is going because too many times that money's going and you don't know where it's going. That's that mysterious disappearing act that your money can
Mhm.
do. And that's
Yeah.
why if you want to print out or if you want to look at your bank statements, look at those bank statements, see where that mysterious money is going because it's going to show you exactly where your money is going. And we talked about feeling low and that emotional spending, and a lot of times when you're married or have a spouse or a partner too, that can cause issues. It can cause fights, right? And so you want to make sure you're steering clear of that and finding out most of the time it's not about money. It's about something else.
It's about something else. Money is a tool. It's always
Mm-hmm.
been a tool. How you use it is really what you're trying to say. What's it really about? What's really
Right.
pushing me in this area? So that's a good way to think about it.
Yep. So money's not always the issue. A lot of times it might be how you're feeling. It might be communication. It might be your priorities just aren't straight. It might be what expectations you have, and maybe you don't feel you're reaching those expectations. It's a bunch of different things. You got to just pinpoint.
Yeah, you gotta just pinpoint, and you're worth it. These other terms are important because these are the things I told myself. I'm worth taking time to make sure I'm taking care of myself. There was a time, and we do not have time to discuss that one area in my life again, but I'm going to because it was the one area where I had worked really hard and then it changed.
Hmm.
I want everybody to understand all it would have taken was me looking at my budget and being a little bit more diligent with my budgeting instead of just going, oh no, that's fine. It's not fine. It's okay for me to look at it and say, we don't need to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Just be
Yeah.
honest.
It's just like taking a look. Sometimes you're gonna have to take that hard look in your mirror.
Yeah,
Guess
yeah.
you're gonna have to look at it and be like, "Ooh,
And
I might be the problem."
press the pause button because it could be me.
Hmm.
Press the pause button. And if you're in an emotionally charged situation and that's your issue where you get emotionally charged and you just spin, press the pause button. You know it's a trigger. Find your triggers. You know it's a trigger. Press the pause button. I didn't say press the stop button. Press the pause button and say, I'm just going to back up from this for just a second. I need to breathe.
Right.
Could help you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, if you're in that situation where you have a couple, and you might not be the problem, but that communication might be how you're coming across. I have a sister. She'll say something, and everything she says, it sounds like she has an attitude problem. She doesn't. And I know she doesn't. And I have to check her. I'm like, you need to check your attitude. I don't have an attitude. It's the tone.
It's your
It's
tone.
the way you come off. You need to rethink how you're speaking to someone because that tone is going to set the mood from the jump.
That's right. That's right. Say that again. It's so important to create the right message. And
Yeah.
if the tone gets in the way of the message, then we're not delivering it properly. And it's everything's now could be a little chaotic. So let's just kind of bring it on down. Figure it
And
out.
one person they see, oh, we're saving money. Another person might say, oh, let's go shopping.
What's this?
you know?
Yeah. The communication is key. The vision is also another key concept. Loving yourself enough, which I think drives a lot of really good decisions to take care of you. I made a
Yeah.
promise to myself that when I became an adult, I would learn how to take care of me. It's not an overnight process, but that was my
No.
promise. I didn't become an adult not to take care of me. And I found, here it goes, when I'm by myself, I seem to do a great job. So for those of you out there who lose yourself when you're connected to someone and your money shows it, press the pause button.
Yeah. Press the pause button. And
And just,
so I've talked about the emotional spending as well, and I've done it. But a lot of the times I'm the saver and my husband's the spender. And sometimes I'm so stingy with the money. I really am. I feel bad. I'm like, okay, stop. We have enough money. Let him enjoy it. And he likes to shop. We're complete opposites. Or he'll want to go out. And I'm like, okay, what am I doing? We have enough money to do something nice or to do something special. I can't just always be in saving money. Can't always be the one saying, no, we don't have enough money, or no, we can't do that because we need to save money. And I hope he sees that. I try to be a balance, but sometimes, I know I'm overbearing where I'm like, no, we can't do it. We don't have enough money.
and if you think about it, I'm so there with you. You may not have it for that right now,
Yeah.
but maybe it's something that you can rethink in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Just revisit the
Right.
topic in the future. Sometimes it looks great. Now let's do it now. But if I sit back and say, oh, yeah, maybe I'll do it in the future, I could maybe find a better plan. It may not be so appealing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it'll be time to spend. I just think that the way we're talking about it takes the sting out of it. I'm
Right.
not saying being wishy-washy. I'm saying it's your vision. It's your
Mm-hmm.
plan. It's how
Your
you want
money
to
plan.
live. It's your money plan. And you have so much power in saving. You have so much power in getting it done. The power is within you. Let's get it done. Noel's going to show you how.
Yeah. And so if you're a couple or by yourself, you need to make sure no surprise spending, especially if you have a partner. You can't do that surprise spending. Like, oh, as out on a whim, surprise! I just spent $1,000 on a new TV. I hope you love the 75-inch or whatever
Happy
it is.
birthday! Happy
We'll
birthday to
all
me!
enjoy it. It's a gift for everyone.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's set that limit. And make sure you have your monthly check-ins. It's important. And that goes if you're by yourself or with a partner. Have
Yeah.
monthly check-ins where you're checking up on yourself. I'm like, okay, did this good? Did this good? Did this good? I could probably. This is an opportunity I can work on. Let us work on this opportunity. And don't just do bills. Don't just discuss bills. Talk about
Right.
goals. Put goals
Goals.
in there too that you want in your monthly money plan.
I love goals, and I believe that when you're talking to true financial people, they're using this terminology: goals, planning.
Mm-hmm.
I also heard someone say, and I want to bring this to the table, that it is okay to have a period of time where you're just satisfied with what you have.
Yeah.
How does that feel? I'm just satisfied. I don't think I need anything else for a minute. I'm just satisfied.
Yeah.
How would that impact us, Noel, if we're just satisfied for a while?
it lifts a weight off of your shoulders when you're not so stressed out, when you're not sure how you're going to pay at the end of the month. When you have a plan in place, you're not just guessing anymore. You
Yeah.
know exactly what's going to happen for the
Yeah.
most part. And
Yeah.
it's financial freedom. And that's just a freedom that, it may not be, you're financially free from all your debt and go on luxurious vacation, but it's that financial freedom where like, okay, I know what my plan is. I know what I need to do. I need to either work this amount of hours or I need to spend this amount of money to make it all work.
And the plan is to march you towards your vision. I've probably said that 5 times because I really want you to have a vision for yourself. I have a vision for myself. You have a vision for yourself and your family. I have a vision for my family. And this is a tool, one tool that will help get me there. If you're not overspending, if you're not impulsively spending, then you'll meet these goals and you'll just say to yourself, my goodness, I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could really save. But look,
Yeah,
here's proof.
exactly.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah. And so set that one financial goal, whether it be,
That's a good one. That's perfect.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's your goal. Sky's the limit. Set that one financial goal. And here's your thought: automate your savings.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Automate it. Things are so set it and forget it these days. You remember that? What was that? Set it and forget it. I don't remember what it was too.
Yeah.
But it was like a cooker. Set it and forget it.
Don't forget it.
Yeah. Somebody's got to come back and tell us what that commercial was. I think it was like a roaster.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna look. I'm gonna look for it. And all of these conversations that we're having are conversations I wish someone had with me.
Yeah.
When I first started preparing a budget, I love the fact that we're talking about it. I love the fact that we're discussing it at the beginning of the year, and I love the fact that we're not beating ourselves up and you must do this and you must do that. We're saying this is your success plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Just set once a month. I want $25 to go into my savings. If that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. Don't beat yourself up. It's still a good number. Something is better than nothing.
And it's such a good feeling when you've accomplished that one goal that you said, I'm going to do this. And you're like, cool, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah. And have fun. Leave room for fun. I got to tell myself that. I'm not telling you. I'm telling myself that.
And you're also rewarding yourself for a job well done for keeping and taking care of yourself, keeping your promise and taking care of yourself. When I think about those words, that just makes me happy. I have kept my promise and I'm working on taking care of myself. That's kind of cool.
Yes.
It makes you feel wonderful because you did it and you're worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so 3 common, I think, money myths or money mistakes people can make. One is thinking you don't make enough money. I don't make enough to save money. I don't, it may or may not be true, but you're not going to know until you do your money plan. So get that out of your head. I visited with folks where they didn't think they made enough money. And when we sat down and did their money plan, a lot of it was going to their grown child. And I was like, well, it's time to have that hard conversation with your grown child who has a job that you can no longer afford to continue to pay for their lifestyle as well as yours. And this is something, they're like, oh, I didn't realize I was giving so much to someone else.
Yes.
And then the next one will be, I'll start next month. How many times have we said, I'll start next month? I got to start new. I'll start next month. It's like we're going to the gym. I'll start next month. Never go.
Yep. Start today.
Start today.
Yeah.
Start today.
Start today and
I need to make more money first. That's the thing. I need to make more money first before I do this.
I think we have the name of the cook of the rotisserie oven.
Oh, do we? Oh, well.
Our viewers Our viewers are amazing. They're on top of it.
Love it.
Set it and forget it. That's an automatic. And somebody may be looking at this and saying, you guys are talking about money, but you're having a good time. Yes, we are. because we understand the concept of just having our budget support our vision. And people
Yes.
have really just beat us down. No, we're not doing that. We're going
No.
to embrace and we're going to reset and we're going to keep marching forward. We're just going to do it that way. How about that?
Yeah. Small steps beats no steps.
Hmm. And we do have physical tools, because somebody might say, well, my budget is outdated or old or whatever. So what if we wanted like a new budget or something simple? We can contact. You can contact. Who can we contact to get that?
You
Well,
can contact me. I will put up my email.
yeah,
And if you got any
yeah,
questions, email me. I do not
yeah.
mind at all. You got any questions about budgeting? You want a budget sheet? You got a fluctuating budget. You're not sure, how to do it or start, or if you just want one-on-one help,
To talk.
guidance.
You just want to talk.
I do that for free. I will help you, and I'm not going to charge you and say the whole point is to help you with money. I'm not going to charge you a bunch of money to help you with the money. So I mean, let's get that started. I can get you in the right direction. That's what I do. That's my passion. And I want to make sure to change people's lives because I've been where we've been in the poorhouse and we're like not sure, living paycheck to paycheck, and it isn't fun. So,
And when we realize that we do have the power to create it, because God's given us the power, and we have an amazing coach like Noel, and then it's 30 days in the future, and we look, and it's 60 days in the future, and it's 90 days, and we've made some progress. You just start smiling, and someone's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm just kind of happy with the changes I'm making. It's,
yeah.
it's paying off. It's working. It's working."
So before we get off, I know we're about time to wrap it up. I know I'm usually in the back of the show wrapping it up, so I still got my eye on the time. I'd like to throw a challenge out there,
Okay.
something small. So
Okay.
let's track our spending for 7 days. Just 7 days. Track your spending. See where your money's going. Pick one goal. Small. Let's start small. Pick one goal. Pick one goal. Look at canceling any unnecessary expense that you may have. Whew, that might be a little bit of tougher one.
It's good to put it out there. Woo! Any unnecessary.
Put it out. Just one. One unnecessary. What if it's like it might even be some subscription to some music that you haven't listened to, and it's like $5 a month, and you just like, oh, I never thought about it. It's just hanging out there.
Yeah, just one. Okay. Ooh, I'm about
and then start a mini savings habit. Make it, we set it and forget it. Put $10, put $20, and put that once a month or every other week where it's $10 where you put, and just put it in your savings. Set it and forget it. Don't worry about it. That's your incidentals. That's your just in case emergency funds. That's if you need new brakes in your car. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Us writing everything down, and hopefully, maybe, who knows, we'll maybe write it down and get it out, and just get it out to people. We'll be a little bit creative because your nuggets are amazing. However, you can come back and watch this show anytime, and pause it and write it down. I mean, we can do that. It will be available very soon. Okay, Noel, this power transformation train has been chugging along, and I'm feeling empowered. I feel like we can do this, and I want everybody to feel like you can do it. You have what's within you to do it. You have direction from not only God, but direction from Noel. You can do this. Let me encourage you. But we're gonna have to turn this train around and bring it back to the station. We're running out of time. We're just having such a great time. The power of transformation is based on an excerpt from Romans 12:2. And it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I think that's what we've been talking about. Be transformed. You have the ability to transform and create something very powerful. And it's one of our best, just one of my favorite scriptures. So the transformation train is coming back into the station. I'm pumping the brakes. We're going to have to close it for now, but we will be back. Maybe not the entire quarter, but she will be back. Noel, thank you. Any closing remarks before we put it in park?
Yeah, you don't need a budget. You just need a plan that fits your lifestyle.
Absolutely. That's what you need to repeat every single day. Well, thank you again. I'm feeling empowered. I feel like we can do this. We're gonna be so shocked at what we accomplished this year because of you. All right, everybody. We're just so glad that you joined us. Please like and share. And at the end of this broadcast, the video will be available so you can go back and watch it. And then on Saturday, it will be broadcasted at 2 o'clock. A lot of folks are in Bible study right now, but at 8 o'clock or 8:30, boom, they're on. As I can see them watching. Noel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm excited about what God's going to do with us and our money and how it's going to grow and it's going to support the vision. I'm happy. Write the vision and make it plain. See you guys. Take care. Bye bye.